everybody, Elizabeth here at Petals and Parchment. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are in week 32 of the Reflective Rolodex Challenge, where we focus on mindfulness and gratitude as we explore in our art practices. Before we get started, I'm just going to light a candle to sort of set a nice intentional mood for myself. I'm just helping to signal to my body that it's time to relax and play and have fun. Now, if you've been here before, you know that I like to start off each session by taking a few deep breaths just to try to ground ourselves a little bit and calm our nervous systems if we've had a particularly rough week. If you'd care to join me and you feel comfortable, go ahead and close your eyes. Take a big deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Let's find that little voice inside. Open our hearts to our creativity and let it out to play. Take a big deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth, allowing your thoughts to slow down. Try to slow your breath and notice your chest rising and falling as you inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Feel your body and shoulders softening as you relax. Take one more big deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Don't forget to smile and think of something that you're grateful for. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. Let's get started. Okay, moving right along, we are cruising through week 2 of August, which discusses discovering your inner brilliance. And you can take a look at all of these prompts and find one and see if it resonates with you. But if you don't care to journal about any of these, that's okay. You can journal about something else, or you don't have to journal at all. You can just contemplate something. Take a few minutes to quietly reflect on the question and find the answer within yourself. For me, I'm going to discuss wisdom passed down, what quiet lessons have been handed to you over time. I would say the biggest one would be mindful of what you bring into your home, because every item that you bring in your home, you have to keep a mental inventory for. And that's something that I didn't realize because I wasn't taught. So my husband and I, that poor man, when he met me, I just had a full house to myself. I had a 1-bedroom apartment and every, kitchen gadget and every bathroom thing I needed and every piece of furniture and books and knickknacks and tchotchkes and sentimental items, and so we've moved probably 10 or 11 times in the 10 years that we've been together, which is a lot. And we've found in the last 6 months or so, both of us have aged tremendously. It just kind of hit us out of nowhere. He and I are feeling every bit of our age, and the mind is willing, but the body is not able. And so we're like in the process of moving again. Unfortunately, I think I mentioned that before. We bought a lemon of a house, and so we're currently trying to untangle ourselves from it. And in the meantime, just like purging things that no longer fit us, and it feels so freeing and so nice because I spend such a great deal of my time picking up and moving objects that belong to people. Everything has a place and everything in its place. I mean, that is so important to me, because if you don't have all these objects that you have to like pick up and clean and move around all the time, then you actually free up time in your life to do things that you enjoy. And so the weight of all of the items has been drowning me for the past my lifetime actually. Surround yourself with things that bring you immense joy. I remember seeing the Marie Kondo method, and she talks about sparking joy. So like if you hold something, does it bring you joy like when you hold it? And if it doesn't, you say thank you and you let it go. And so that to me is really wise, because I think a big thing for me was the sentimentality behind items, especially people that I've lost in my life that gave me things. So I would hold on to things that they gave me in an attempt to hold the person and the memories closer. But that doesn't really work. They just live in your heart. And so you have to let some items go, because objects weigh you down and you can't take anything with you, right? So yeah, it just feels so good to lighten the burden and lighten the load. Process is so freeing, and I realize it's a lot harder than it sounds. Just purging things and letting go and opening up space in your life for peace. If you don't like where you're at, change something. If something in your life isn't working for you, do something different. And don't be afraid. Just fly. We're only here for such a short time. Just fly. So those are some little tidbits I was thinking about when I think of wisdom passed down. All right, let's get started on the art portion. I am super duper happy because I finally got a splash box. Yay! So you might see this in the future. I just taped the bottom to itself, and then I covered it with some foil just to sort of make it last as long as possible. And so I already started getting a little splashy before this on the paper, and then I was thinking I should probably wait and do this with them on the line. So I've got 3 pieces of paper. You'll just want to get 3 pieces of paper. It can be any color. I sort of went with like neutrals, and I'm just splashing them a little bit with my Distress Spray Stain in Kitsch Flamingo. And this just sort of, to me, this probably sounds a little gory, and it's pink. It's not literal, but it's sort of meant to symbolize blood on the paper. I know that sounds a little creepy, but I've had a lot of blunt force trauma. It's part of my story, and so that's why I just wanted to have a few red splashes on this paper, because this is symbolic for me, this piece of art, just about how far I've come. So I'm just coloring with some coffee and the Kitsch Flamingo. Just see what happens. And then we're gonna start off with 3 pieces of paper that are the same size, and then we're gonna tear them up and sort of stitch them back together, as it were, in a collage on the Rolodex card. So I'm just gonna gather these up and just like tear across here. And I picked this paper because it has some like rose petals in it or something. And then I'm just going to tear this one. Let me get this out of the way. You have to keep the 3 pieces stacked on top of each other, and then I'm just gonna tear some pieces off here so that they become like sort of like a puzzle piece. Okay, so then now I'm going to take one from each spot and try to piece it together. Oh, I don't want that one. Sort of like that. So then now I'm just going to glue my papers down to my Rolodex card, and I'm just going to use some gel matte medium to sort of tack these down. Okay, this is what it looks like so far. Now I'm gonna get a gel pen and we're gonna create some joints where the papers met. Let me scoot you a little bit closer. Okay, and then I've just got a Uniball Signo. It's like a gel pen that I use, and I'm just going to trace around each joint here. Here's the card so far. Basically all I did was glue down the paper, and then I drew a line to sort of connect each piece of paper, and then I drew X's on it to sort of symbolize stitches, because I've had a lot of rough and tumble in my life. I'm being held together with duct tape and good intentions. So let's see if we can pretty this up a little bit, because right now I'm not liking it very much. But we can fix that, I think. And I'm using this sentiment, becoming more, because every day I feel like I'm becoming more and more myself, and that is a really lovely place to be. And with just a few tiny textiles, you can actually fix anything. That's my motto. So you'll still be able to see the cracks and the stitches and the scars behind, but then you cover it with something beautiful, and that sort of represents me in a card, because I'm covering it with beautiful things, because I'm still here, and I'm so lucky I'm still here, and we can make a conscious effort every day to make the best of it, invite joy and beauty into our lives. I meant to ink around that. I'm gonna use a little scorched timber and try to ink around the edge here. And then while I'm here, I'm just gonna go around the outside, because I do have some burnt edges, but they make me who I am, and I love who I am. I can finally say that after all this time. Okay, here is my card, and it actually turned out really beautiful. I'm very happy with it. This is sort of me in a card. This is exactly where I'm at right now in my life. Pasting beautiful things on top of scars, and it's so magnificent. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you take some time to reflect on where you've been and the wisdom that you've gained in your life, and find some beauty in today. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so glad that you're here, and I'm so grateful. If you come to the Facebook group, please post yours. I would love to see what you make and tell a little bit of your story. I'll see you next time, everybody. Until then, stay crafty. Bye.